The time is now. The time is now. The time is now. Do not put it off until tomorrow. Do not put it off until 5 years from now. There is absolutely no plan that you think is going to make you more secure or ready that will actually do that. By pushing it off, by giving yourself more, quote, time to do what you're feeling called and inspired to do today, you are just going to eat yourself up inside because you have not made the move yet. Trust me, I am speaking from experience. I spent 3 years wanting and wishing and waiting to get my ass out of the accounting world and into something that was more meaningful and aligned with my purpose. So, if you do not take that inspired action, if you do not live your purpose, if you do not pursue your passions, you are doing yourself a disservice by waiting X number of years later. And for most people, the excuse is money. Oh, I want to build up money so I have a support system, yada, yada, yada. No, like you need to start now. You need to start now. I'm not telling you need to quit your job right now, but I'm telling you need to start now. So what are the moves? What are the steps? What are these simple actions that you can take every day, starting now, to build your future business? How can you educate yourself? How can you do research? How can you talk to people differently? How can you show up in the world differently to start making that shift? So yes, maybe it will be 5 years in the future before you actually really make the jump, but it's not something that you know or have any control over necessarily. When you feel ready, you need to go. When you feel inspired, you need to go. You need to do something that helps you achieve your goals. Otherwise, you're just going to sit on that energy and you're going to push it down inside of you, and it is going to manifest itself in another way that is not healthy and that does not serve you. So stop waiting. The time is now. The time is now to take the first steps. So, think on it. What is your dream? What do you want to do? What are the tools that you're going to need to be able to do it successfully? How are you going to have to show up in the world differently? How are you going to dress differently when you are this person that has pursued their goals and dreams? How are you going to speak differently when you are this person? How are you going to interact with others differently when you have pursued your passions? Start there. Start thinking about those things that you need to change within yourself to be more aligned with your future self. Then think practically. What are the things that I'm going to need to do or going to need to know or practice to be able to build this business, to be able to follow my passion, to be able to pursue my dreams? And start asking people the questions casually in random conversations. Start positioning yourself in a way that you are getting inside the mind of the future business owner or whatever it is that you want to be. Get inside the mind of your future self in that position of power, in that role, and start talking to people. And if you're not ready to tell people what your dream is or what your goal is, what you're doing, that is okay. But we all have the power to drive and shape the conversations that we're having. So utilize your power to drive and shape the conversations that you're having in a way that it's going to serve you. Just start stacking the knowledge, right? Knowledge, applied knowledge is power. Applied knowledge is power. So you need to be able to pick up these little breadcrumbs along the way of getting to where you want to be. And you need to use them for good. You need to put them together and employ them. So, I've given you some work to do. Roll up your sleeves and dig in, because you are going to feel so fucking alive when you start pursuing your future path right now.